Yes, people. Yes, people. It's ArmChair Pundit in the place. Listen, I hope everyone is well and safe, and obviously, getting over all that we can at this time, I guess. I think when I spoke to you guys last on my video 2 days ago, I did say, it's looking good. We've got some dates. So it seems like we're coming out of it. And today's World Book Day. So my daughter got me to dress up as a king. You know what? I should have brought the book with me, and I could have given you the name and so on and so forth. But if you message me, I can put that in the description anyway. But yeah, it's World Book Day. The kids are excited. I think we've got Harry Potters and princesses, and it's all going on. Yeah, how is everyone? Everyone all right? Good. So I think why I'm here is I just wanted to finish off Game Week 26, even though we've still got 3 more games happening tonight. But what I didn't want to do is just build up this big bottleneck of all the games sort of from Monday, because I did the show 2 days ago. I did finish off the weekend performances. And as you know, I did fairly well. That will all become apparent if you watch all my videos, and obviously when I do my graph end of the season. So yeah, so the first game on Monday, people, just to finish off game 26 results. I'm not going to do my predictions for game week 27. That's going to be tomorrow. All right, so no predictions as yet, but I am going to continue the game week 26 results. We can have some small talk as well. I know there's a few things happening. If I can just get that. And yeah, so all right, without further ado, let's get into it. So on Monday we had Everton play Southampton, and as you know from my game week predictions last week, I keep saying predictions. Today is my results show, and Monday was my results show from the weekend. I keep saying predictions. I don't know why. Predictions were done on Friday, bearing in mind what we're talking about now. So my results wasn't it again? My results for game week 26 for Monday's game, Everton Southampton. So I had Everton to win 3-2. Now I did think it would be more of a contest, really. Having said that, it obviously was a bit of a sticky one. Everton need the points. Southampton need the points a little bit more. So it obviously was a tight game, but you would expect it to kind of be a tight game, even though Southampton are slipping. They're slipping quite heavily, actually, because initially they started off quite well, and if you were watching them, they've had some real bad results, obviously the big ones, and they're slipping. They're definitely slipping. The manager's under a bit of pressure now, so it's going to be interesting from their perspective. Let me just move this camera. It's going to be interesting from their perspective because they are dropping down the league. Everton, however, sitting pretty in 7th, just outside my top 6 conversation, but they're there. They're on level points with Liverpool, and yeah, that's a good result for them. Richarlison getting the go. And yeah, we all know he's a good player. He's a young Brazilian warlord, as they say. That's getting his foot stuck in, and the Premiership's never really phased him. In terms of his putting his best foot forward. So well done, Everton. They kick on, and they're looking good, actually. With Leicester not looking so well, Chelsea indifferent, and I think West Ham will fall. Everton are still looking good. And the game on the Tuesday would have been Man City versus Wolverhampton. So, likewise, even though the score with Everton, I got it wrong, I did have Man City to win 2-1. I did have them to win 2-1, and they won 4-1. Now, obviously, if you watched my first ever video on my other channel, I say other channel, on the initial channel I started off this season with, for the ArmChair Pundit, I did predict City to win the league, and there was a number of reasons why I did predict it. I was a bit hesitant, but I did predict for them to win the league. And this is the reason why, because I felt that Pep is galvanised his team. He's had 2 years off or a year off because they won it prior to Liverpool winning, and he's put them together. He knows the Premier League. He understands the football he needs to play, and everyone is just now a automated machine. They're just, I keep saying it, the ball is just moving in weird ways that our football's never been moved. So it's no coincidence they're going on this, really, really strong run. I think it's 21 games unbeaten, or 21 games they've won, or something like that, 21 or 22 games. It's not a surprise when they are playing the way they are, and they are really kicking on now. So it's up to everyone to catch them. And as you can see, they don't look like they're in the mood to be stopped. So I had them to win 2-1. I thought Wolves would give them a little bit more of a push, which ultimately they kind of did as I predicted. But you can see with the original scoreline, not a chance in hell. And that's the indifference with Wolves. They can really play like it's a World Cup final, or they give you that performance where you just look at it and think, well, what happened? You obviously just got rolled over. So those are the things Wolves need to really iron out of their game, and they will definitely be top 6, top 4 team. So yesterday's games, moving swiftly. Wednesday, the 3rd of March, we had Burnley versus Leicester. So I had that game as a 2-1 Burnley win. I thought Burnley would win 2-1. And I think a lot of it was, as I said to you guys all along, I don't want to sit here and act like I am the analysis of all analysis. I don't read books and jump online and get all the information. There are little things more I probably can know, because it's always good to check and have a little idea and have a little bit more positioning. I get all that. However, it is what it is. I'm an armchair pundit, and that's the end of that. But I obviously knew Leicester were feeling a bit sorry for themselves. They've got injuries galore, and they are feeling sorry for themselves. And I watched them against Arsenal, and that was enough to see, they're not playing probably as good as they were playing, to why they are still 3rd with a couple of points over 4th place, which is, you look at it and think, okay, they're in a good dominant position. There's no time to flounder, but in terms of their injury list, it's piping up. Anyway, I had Burnley to win. I think Burnley, that Sean Dice guy, I said it, he's just a joker. So good manager, but he's also a joker, and he's just, I can only imagine if I was flying the ball in that place. He's just like, listen, boys, this is what we're going to do. And they seem to roll it out every game, even through the hard times, because they didn't start the season well. They seem to be rolling it out now, and it's that rollout you're starting to see. And they drawed 1-1, and it was in the Iheanacho's go, the Leicester go, I'm telling you, he ain't getting a lot of praise for it, because I think they highlighted it yesterday on Match of the Day. He's not getting that much praise for it, but that's a difficult go. That's not an easy go to score. So over the shoulder, coming up the sky, and to turn your body and to hit it as if you was heading it. They say, when you head it from a corner or free kick, head it back the other way, keeper's got no chance, blah, blah, blah. He actually did that with a volley over his head from 35-yard pass. So not easy to do, man. So he done it, and it's 1-1. So Leicester walk out of there with a draw. Sheffield United, Aston Villa. I had Aston Villa 3-1, and for obvious reasons, Sheffield United haven't played well. I think they won 3 games, or 3 or 4 games prior yesterday. So that's why, really. They haven't played well, and I just thought they would lose for simple reasons. And then lo and behold, Grealish doesn't play, and Aston Villa lose. So 1-0 Sheffield United, sorry. And they needed it. They need that. They need that win. I guess I can look at the league. I will. I'll look at the league. Let's have a look. They need to pick up points immediately. It's not, they're on 14 points. It's not going to be easy. It's really not going to be easy. West Brom, Fulham, picking up bits and pieces here and there. Yeah, I would like to think that they're doomed. If they prove me right, I think most of the football world would agree. However, I'm happy to be proven wrong. And if they get out, it will be one of the biggest escapes in modern history or whatever have you. So let's see how they get on. Mathematically, they can still do it. And in the coronaverse, people, which is where we are, I'm trying to get at you in the YouTuberverse. Who knows? Who knows? But let's watch this space with them. Then you had was it Manchester United, Crystal Palace versus Manchester United. Now, I have said, with Man U, and I've mentioned it. Listen, whether I like it or not, they're second. And most United fans, what you will probably come across or speak to, they're not playing well. They're not doing what they possibly could be doing. They're doing well, though. They're second. And, they are there because they deserve to be there. It's a weird season, even though football is football. It's a funny old game. But this is what you expect. You expect them to go to Palace and get a result. That is what second place against the Crystal Palace team who are dropping. You expect them to get a result. However, Palace are no mugs. They are falling. They are in that bottleneck of teams that can get sucked in. So you got your Palace, Southampton, even to an extent Wolves. But you'd expect sort of from Palace up to be safe. However, Southampton, Burnley, Brighton and Newcastle, you have to, you're not sure. But you'd expect Palace to be safe. Roy Hodgson, been around for many a year. You'd expect him to stick around and really get them out of that and, get the magic 45 points or whatever it is. So, good point for for Palace. Good point. Man United, on the other hand, this is where you get that indifference. This is why I have put the link in one of my videos to my old videos. This is why I used to call them the snowball team, because they get all this momentum and then they just shoot their load. I didn't want to say that, but then they just, pop. And then they're kind of back as normal. You never see that progression. And I don't know if that's social. I don't know if that's the massive transition they've had. I don't know if that's the ball. I don't know what it is at the moment. But they seem to just do that. And that's why I call them the snowball team. And I think Wolves are very similar. They get to this momentum and then it just crashes down. Everybody has it in their own way, but for them, they're the snowball team. Arsenal are snakes and ladders. You know, though. 1 minute we're going to win the World Cup, and the next minute we're fighting relegation, or we're very fearful of what's going to happen next. So that's Arsenal Football Club. I think that's it, peeps. I think that's it. I think we've covered pretty much what's been happening. We've got 3 more games tonight. We've got Fulham versus who's Fulham playing? They're playing Spurs, so that should be a good game. Fulham Spurs. I've gone over it in my initial prediction. As you know, this is the results part of it. I've gone over it, and it's going to be a good game. Fulham have had some tough games recently. Spurs with a good win the other day. I can't remember who they played, but they won convincingly, and they needed it. And Fulham are playing well. It's at Craven Cottage again, people. It's under the lights. However, there's no fans, so what do you say? Then you've got West Brom. Anyway, by the way, I have got Tottenham to win 2-0 with that game tonight. I have got Tottenham to win 2-0. Then you got West Brom versus Everton. Again, I've got a 1-1 draw. I think with Everton winning the other night, Southampton, it was a tight game. I think today will be just as tight. I guess it depends if West Brom want to try and play football around them. Then Everton may open up the floodgates, but I think it will be quite cagey. And then you've got Liverpool, Chelsea. I think Liverpool will just win it. I think Liverpool will win it. They need to win it, so I'm giving them that. However, Chelsea, with the new manager, are still on that honeymoon. They're still pushing, but he said things 2 weeks ago. I guess this game will decide if they're ready to sort of go through blood, sweat, and tears for him. So we're going to find out. And again, with the Liverpool goalie, Alisson, we were talking about his indifferent performances, and, sadly his dad passed away. So condolences to him and the family. And, I guess this is why footballers have their moments. We don't know what's going on. Nobody knows. So, it's hard to have an idea or an opinion, or we have our opinions and we say what we have to say, but we don't know what's happening, really. We really don't know, which is why, these channels are quite significant. All the other channels that you see, and, if you conduct yourself and you talk about a player, if he plays bad, he plays bad. But it's the slagging off and it's the total grinny, drill. I think that type of stuff is what really, and finding out that he's in the position he's in, that kind of makes you not feel bad for yourself, but you kind of do feel bad for yourself. So that's it, people. That's wrapped up game week 26 so far. As I say, we've got 3 more games. I will be highlighting those games tomorrow with the score. I'll be giving my top 6, bottom 6 evaluation as well with those score lines, because they're quite effective. A lot's changing. The league is, as I say, City looking good. I think West Ham will fall. Leicester are dropping, even though they are still sitting third quite handsomely. They're 6 points off 5th, so they're in the top 4 regardless. Again, you've got the bottoms looking real spicy. You've got Burnley, Brighton, Newcastle, Brighton on 26 respectively, and Burnley 29. And then you got Fulham and West Brom, Sheffield United. Some people sitting there thinking those are the 3 going down. That's it. That's how Newcastle, Brighton would love to see it. But I still think there's a lot to happen in there with regards to, I think it's the last 8 games, 9 games, or whatever it is. So yeah, people, I will catch you tomorrow when I do my predictions for game week 27, and I can also finish off the results for game week 26. Once again, ArmChair Pundit, just giving my opinion. Look after yourself, people, in the coronavirus. I'll catch you tomorrow in the YouTuberverse. Be safe, and I'll see you then. Peace.